Today let us see how to do the correction of GSTR1. Remember, GSTR1 is the record of sales, whatever sales we are doing. Okay, that sales we have to upload on the internet. That is called GSTR1 return filing. So before filing the GSTR1 return, okay, we have to check. We have to go to, remember that return you have to file before 10th of every month or quarterly. Means April return you will be filing in May before 10th. May return you will be filing in June before 10th. But the data you have to take off May. But the filing return will be done in what? June before 10th. If you are doing quarterly, then 3 months, that is April, May, June. The data of these 3 months you have to file the return in July. Then July, August, September return will be filed in October before 10th. Okay. So before filing the return, what we have to do? We have to check our data whether there is a mismatch in the data or not. So GSTR1 is only sales record. Remember, only sales. Whatever we are doing sales, that will be, we have to upload it on the internet. So we have to do this procedure before doing that. So I'll go to display reports, GST report here, and GSTR1. Okay, and enter the period here, F2, enter the period. So first of, suppose you are filing monthly, then what? 1st of April 2024 I'll give to 30th of April 2024. If you are filing quarterly, then 1st of April to 30th of June. You have to give this way, okay? At present, I will take the data of the entire years because few transactions are entered of different months. I will take the data of what? Entire, but you don't do this. You have to enter the proper period. Here the period is very important. Okay, once the period is entered, you can see the period here, and here you can make out 1 second, I'll say 1st of April to 31st of March. Okay, you can see the data here, 6 transactions are mismatched. Actually all this data should come here, B2B sale, then B2C, B2B sale, B2C sale. All these transactions should appear here in this report. But all the transactions are not appeared because he is saying 66 transactions are what? Mismatched. Let us do the correction of these transactions. I'll press enter here, enter here, enter here. So before preparing the report, just check whether there is mismatch in the transactions. This mismatch you can solve every day. After passing the sales entry, come here and check if there is a mismatch. Okay, so you have to do. So let us see how to do the corrections of the mismatch. So I'll go here, press enter and enter. So you will get all the transactions here. Here Datta Naik, he is a B2C transaction. This is also B2C transactions. Anthony Fernandez B2C, he is a consumer. Now see, Hotel Mandavai, this is a business. So this is B2B transactions. Here this is again what? B2C transactions, and this is B2B transactions. So I'll press enter here. So press enter. Here you can make out, before pressing enter, you can make out GST registration of the company is invalid or not specified. He is saying the GST number of the company. So what I'll do, I'll just go out of this and I'll go to the company here and say, I'll press F11 and just check the features of this company, F11, and here GSTS, enter. See, the GST registration number of the company is not given here, that's why that error is come there. So 30AA HCP 5402B1Z7. I'm just giving my GST number, enter. Okay, enter and enter. Now let us go to the report now. So display GST report, GSTR1. Okay, enter. See, again 6 transactions are mismatched there. Enter the period here, 1st of April. Actually you have to enter the month or a quarter. I am using 31st of March here. Okay, so then I'll use the mismatch corrections. Enter. Let us see why this is problem now. GST registration details of the company is not specified, whatever. Press enter here. Okay, the entry will get open. If the entry is not getting open, then press control enter. If you are using old version, then here we are pressing control and enter. Here in the latest tally, just press enter here. After pressing enter, check this customer's ledger. So press Control Enter on Datta Naik. Control Enter, his ledger will open. You can check the ledger sundry data, correct. State of Goa, this is correct. State is very important whenever you are passing the transactions. And here he is a consumer, this is also correct. He is a consumer, he is not B2B. This is correct. After checking this, check here also, Goa, India, everything is correct. Check the ledgers also, press Control Enter, everything is correct, everything is correct. Okay. And here the HSN number also not given, so here you have to give what, specify details, and HSN number also you have to give. So I am not giving that, let it be, and say this is correct. Just if Control A, save this, or you can go on pressing Enter to save. Still it is giving error, so accept this as it is and say yes. Now you can see that that record is gone from here. Where it is gone, I'll just press escape, go back. See, it is in the report, it is showing as B2C, small. Okay. So again 5 records are left here. I'll press enter there. So cash, enter here. Everything is correct. This is okay, enter. And this is also correct. So I press Control A. Only thing you have to check the entry correct or not. Accept it is, say yes. Okay, Anthony Fernandez, again I'll press enter, Control Enter on Anthony Fernandez. This is also correct. This is also correct. Then accept this, Control A, save this, and say accept this as it is, say yes. Hotel Mandavi, I'll check this now. Registration number, everything is entered, this is correct. The problem was because of that GST number was not specified in the company details, that's why it was going. So just to update that, you have to say accept is it as it is. Okay, so again I'll say accept as it is not allowing, you see. So you have to press enter, go to the corrections, Control Enter and check it. After checking, if everything is correct, say accept as it is. Accept as it is, then it will come, say yes. So Control Enter. This is IGST, state should be outside, yeah, Maharashtra. GST number is given, everything is correct. Accept as it is. Yes. Now you can see here, if I go to the report now, escape, you can check here all the transactions are entered in B2B and B2C transactions. Okay, these other transactions I have already explained you while preparing the GST report. If you want me to explain again, I'll explain you, so that complete GSTR1 return I'll show you again. So in B2C large, only the sale of goods outside the state above 2,50,000. Sale of goods to the consumer outside the state above 2,50,000. So I'll just pass one entry and show you if you are confused. So I'll go to the sales here, till number so and so, and I'll say Ganesh Pai. Sundry data is outside the state. I'll use Maharashtra, and he's a consumer, so I'll use what, consumer here. Okay. So Control A, I don't want this. This is correct. Here sales IGST I'll put. Electronic sales IGST ledger is not there, so I'll say electronic sale IGST. So this is say 12%. Under sales, and here specified details, it is what, 12%. Say 1 lakh, I'll put 4 lakh, above 2,50,000. And this is output what, IGST here. Okay. So if I check this sale, new reference and all that, if I check this sales in the report, display GST report, GSTR1, you can see this report, it does not come here, it is a large. I'll just check it once more. Hotel Mandavi Sumuk Enterprises, and one more was there. That entry is I think displayed here. Press enter, then go on. This is not. So I'll check the entry where it is. It is not mentioned here. I'll check the period. If I didn't put the period, maybe that is entered in some other. Enter the period. Here you can see one is mismatch. Maybe something I forgot to enter in that company. So I'll just enter, enter. So here what is wrong? So I'll say Ganesh Pai. This is correct. Maharashtra consumer. This is correct. Correct. Control enter. Electronic sales IGST. This is correct. This is correct. And output IGST, again press control enter. Duties and taxes, this is also correct. So no problem. What I'll do, I'll say accept as it is. Say yes. So you can see that entry will display in B2C large section. Okay. Now what is export invoice? Export invoice means you are exporting the goods, because why I'm putting all the entries, why I'm showing all the returns, entries in the return, because when you file the return, so it's better to put all the data. Okay, it is not compulsory, remember, to enter all the data. Mostly in the business you will find B2B and B2C small transactions. Okay, so I'll say B2C is done. Export invoice I will enter once more. Say here serial number so and so. Here I'll say export, say JJ traders. Say this is what sundry daters. Here what you do, come down, then press backspace, go up and change the India to whichever country you are exporting to. Egypt, again go up, Bhutan, then you select what, the state from the group, Bhutan. Okay, yeah, okay, then press enter, okay. And here you can say sales IGST, or you can you create a separate ledger. Sales what? Export. How much percent? Say 12%. Under sales, here same thing, there is no change. Taxable 12%. But you create a sales export ledger. Say 20,000, 2 lakh, and output what? IGST. Okay, and see here details of shipping billing number, means see we are exporting through ship, and in Goa the Murmu Goa, that is Vasco, is a port. Okay, well, from where those goods are exporting, the shipping details number, then date, say 1st of April I put, and then the code. So that is what Murmu Goa, that is Vasco code. Say you type Goa here, you can say in Goa. Okay, you select here, that is a port code from where we are exporting the goods. Okay, so now if you see this entry display report GSTR1, you can check this export. Again there is a, I think because of that company details only. So I'll say accept as it is. I'll press escape, say I'll press enter there. It is not come. Okay, I'll press enter, and I'll accept as it is. Okay, now see all these transactions are entered in B2B. So only this is important. Okay, even credit note, registered and unregistered, this is also important. Registered and unregistered means what? Suppose I sold goods to B2B, and the B2B, for example, suppose I sold goods to XYZ company, and XYZ company returns the goods back. That is called credit note, registered, because XYZ company is B2B. Suppose I sold goods to Mr. Peter, and who is not registered under GST, and that person returned the goods back. That is called unregistered credit note. For example, say in B2B we have sold goods to Hotel Mandavi worth of 70,500. So assume that 5,000 worth of goods are returned back. So what I'll do, I'll go to the voucher, other voucher here, and then I'll go to the credit note here. Okay, credit note number, I'll put the party here. Say party, who is that? Hotel Mandavi. Enter same, So I'll put hotel Mandavi there. So enter. I'll press enter, enter. This is correct. Here also sales, electronic sales 12%. 10,000 worth of goods is returned back. Credit note means when the goods are sold and whatever is returned back, those are called credit note. Say output CGST, same entry you have to pass here. Output what? SGST. Okay, and here you have to select what? Sales return. And here debit note number not necessary. Date you put say 1st of April. Enter, 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 enter. You say enter. Now if you see this entry, display report GSTR1. See this again mismatch is there. I'll just open that and close it and just close it because the entry is correct and just I'll accept as it is. That was because in the beginning while creating the company we have done some mistakes, that's why that error is coming again and again. So credit note is here. Okay, again what? Unregistered credit note means suppose we have sold the goods to say B2C. Now here we have sold the goods to the consumer Datta Naik worth of, I'll take this one 40,000. Anthony Fernandez 5,000 worth of goods is returned back. So I'll say so voucher, sales voucher, credit note. I'll just give say Anthony Fernandez sales 12%, electronic sale 5,000 worth of goods is returned back. Output what? CGST, output SGST. Okay, and let's enter sales return here and say date 1st of April. Now if you check this entry now, say display report, it will come under, I'll just open this. So open this, accept this, yes. Okay, and now see all the transactions I entered and show you how to do that. Unregistered is now come here. I'll just press enter here and just check. 2,000 Datta Naik, so 5,000. Credit note is entered here by mistaken. So there is a slight mistake here, so it is not coming here. So let it be, but that entry we have to pass it in, only this entry we have to pass it in what? Credit note unregistered. So that is this entry is coming here, credit note, but it's not a credit, it's a credit note. Should come to, it should not come in B2B entry, so B2C. It should come here, okay, credit B. So now after doing this, after passing all the entries, my job is to export this as a return. And before this, what you have to do, you have to prepare, I have explained you that video. So you have to go to this return here, nature view here, and after nature view you have to go to the configuration, then say taxable, tax breakup, yes, and instead of condense say details, and this you have to export that in Excel and do the corrections here. Okay, remember that is very important. Whatever you are exporting, delete everything, keep only this data here, and that I have explained you in that video. So you prepare that report, and after preparing the report, what you do, export this, and after preparing the report, check it with the profit and loss account, because that is very important. Your total sales should match with your profit and loss account. Okay, unless and until it is not matched, try to do the corrections. If the particular ledger, you can how to do the corrections. So go to the here and check how many entries are there. In profit and loss account also you go to the sales 12% and check how many entries are there. In profit and loss account, if you are getting some additional entry, then you do the corrections of that entry. Okay, yeah. So that is up to that is done. Now let us see how to file GSTR1 return. So I'll just press enter here. So enter the period and everything. I'm not entering that. You know, period should be either monthly or quarterly. So after entering the period, you instead of return view, go to nature view, export it. Export, say e-return. Whenever you are preparing So whenever you are preparing the report in Excel about sales and profit and loss account checking, that you have to export it as a current. Whenever you are filing the return after doing the corrections, that is the profit and loss account with the sales, then you export it again as what, e-return. Okay, GST return. So click on GST return here. Okay, say export. Okay, and say export it, or go to the configuration here and select the file format. There are two formats you can export. One is Excel and second is the JSON file. So you select what Excel. If you create an Excel file, that means when you will file the returns, you have to do it manually. Manually means you have to feed the data online, individually data, that is a GST number of a party, then name of the party, invoice number, everything you have to do one by one. If you create a JSON file, then each and every data, that file only you upload it on the internet, the return is filed. It's very simple. Okay, when you will be using Excel and when you will be using JSON, if the data is huge, always better to create what, JSON file. If the limited data, then Excel file is okay. So most of the people, they use what, JSON file. So you can create a JSON file here. So enter, or Excel file. I have already exported this to show you. I'll just show you the exported file of GSTR1. So I'll not export this. This is already exported. You try. After doing the configuration, just click on what, export. So export as an Excel file or JSON file. That is already exported. I'm not exporting. I'll just show you the exported file here. I'll go to D drive. Say so here now we will see this is already exported file. I'll show you. I'll just double click on this Excel file from here, and this is the JSON file. Second one is exported. But first I'll show you both how to upload it on the internet. Okay, when you will file the returns. So when the data is exported in Excel, you will get the data like this. I'll close this part. Close. Okay. One second. So once the data is exported, you can get like this. You just go to this arrow here down. Just go this side. So you can see B2B here, and then you just scroll this side. Scroll this side. You can see all this data is what, B2B data. And then the second was B2CL. Nothing is there. B2CL. Okay, if there is data, it will enter here. Then B2C, you can see B2C here. Okay, and credit note, debit note, one is there. Credit note is there, sorry, register, unregistered is not there, export invoice is not there. So let us see how to file GST return of this. So after preparing this report, so what are the steps to file the GSTR1 report? First step, before 10th of every month or quarterly, you have to file this return. Second is what, go to GSTR1, enter the period and check if there is a mismatch. Clear all those mismatch. After clearing the mismatch, go to the nature view, go to the configuration, and tax details, say yes, and detail condense, instead of condense, a detail option, and export it as a current file. After exporting the current file in Excel, so you try to format that and check it with the profit and loss account. If both the data are matching, then again go to what, GSTR1 report, enter the period and everything, and export it as e-return. Export it as a GST return or e-return. Okay, and select the options. Go to the configuration and select whether you want a file format, Excel file or a JSON file, and then export it. Okay, and after exporting this, let us see how to file this return. Okay, so I'll go to what, Chrome here, Chrome. So I'll go to the site called gst.gov.in. Gov means government site. Yes. gst.gov.in. Then go to the login here. Click on login. So after login, here you have to enter the ID and password. This ID and password is from the owner. I cannot show you this ID and password. Okay. So after entering the ID and password, click on login here. Okay. After this login, you will get this never save. I will not save this. I will close it. Remind me later. Always click on remind me later here. You are always getting this message. Say remind. Here it shows what when the returns are filed. See, January filed the return, February also filed the return, March also. That means this business is filing the return monthly. So February, March is done, April is done, May also return is filed. That means what June return is still now, because June month is not completed yet. June return is not filed. Okay, that is GSTR1. So I'll just go down here. So what I have to do, gst.gov.in, then remind me later. Just go down and click on the return dashboard here. Always go to return dashboard. When you click on return dashboard here, you will get this option. Select the month, year or a period of which you are filing the returns. I am filing the returns of June. Assume then say search. Click on search. When you click on search, you will get all the options. GSTR1. This is the area where we have to file the return. Rest I will explain you later on. GSTR1, we have to file the returns of GSTR1 today. So you select. So I'll go back. Sorry, I entered. I'll just go back. So select the month, year and click on search here. Okay. Then click on what GSTR1 here. Because I want to file, assume that I prepared Excel file and I want to file the return manually. That is, I want to enter the data manually. Whatever is there in Excel. So you have to click on GSTR1 or online, prepare online. Suppose you created JSON file, then click on prepare offline. That means that data, that file only we have to upload it on the internet. That's it. All the data will automatically, this I will explain you later on. Let us put manually. So I'll put prepare online or click here directly. When you click there in the GSTR1, you will get all the blocks here. In all these blocks, we have to feed the data. That's it. This is B2B block, the B2C large box. This is export invoice. This is B2C small. And then this is what nil rated. That is what 0% sale is there. Credit note register, debit note register, HSN document, HSN summary. Now it is compulsory that HSN details you have to enter here. That is very important. This is compulsory now. Earlier it was not compulsory, but this is compulsory for the business above 5 crores. Okay, this is compulsory. So I'll enter in B2B transactions. Some of the data is already entered here. I'll see 41 transactions are already entered. I want to enter my data here, so I'll click on B2B here. When you entered in B2B, so these are the data which is already entered. I don't want to explain you about this data. I want to add more records here. So I'll say add records. So go to B2B. So gst.gov.in, return dashboard, select the month, search, go to GSTR1 and then click on add record here. When click on add record, see fill in the blanks. Blocks will come here. Here you have to feed. So go to Excel now. I will feed this first one, copy this GST number, Control C, then go to internet, go to the GST number, paste it here. Yeah, all the names and everything will come here. I'll just go down, invoice number, I'll put it here, date, I'm just putting any number. You put it properly because you have to enter the date and everything from here only. So I'll put date, say I want to date here, then invoice, total invoice number, you just go to there. Total invoice number is this 78,960. So 78,960. Sometimes you cannot copy that value. At that time you have to put it physically, and then check how much percentage of this sale. I'll just go this side. It is a 12% sale. It is a 12% sale here, and sale value is what 70,500. Then go down the table, will get 12%, 70,500. This total of everything is the total taxable value entered here. And then click on save this. I'm not saving this because I'm just showing you. Save it, and then once it is saved, you will go back here. You can able to see your entries here. Suppose now see here, there are 5 number of records are there. Now suppose you are selling the goods to only one party many times. Suppose I sold goods to Suppose I'm selling goods to ABC and company. Assume that I'm selling the goods to ABC and company. Okay, and suppose I sold 10 times. So here in this record, you will see only a number of invoices 10 and only one record it will show here. And if I click on this 10 number or a 5 number right now here, it will show you all the records. Okay, I'll go back. And wrong, suppose I entered some wrong information, then go inside, you can delete it also, or you can click on edit to make the corrections also, because right now the return is not filed. I'll add one more record to show you. So I'll go down here. The second record, I'll just go here, B2B only I'll try. This is outside the state, Control C. I'll just go here, paste it here, very simple. Everything is come there. Then I'll go to the invoice number, then date of invoice. Okay, total invoice value, see, it's a 2,01,600. 2,01,600. Then how much percentage of it? You just go down 12%, 1,80,000. 12%, 1,80,000. 12%, 1,80,000. That's it. So you have to save it, then it will appear here. Okay, so this is the way you can enter B2B transactions. In the B2B transaction, only one thing I forgot to explain you is RCM. See, whenever we are preparing the report in GST, certain bills, for example, certain bill, write it here, like transport bill. Suppose I received a bill from say XYZ and company, assume that the transport bill, and he's registered under GST. But how he gave the bill? He gave me a bill of about 50,000, but he didn't charge any GST on the bill. He didn't put any GST on the bill. Straight away he gave me a bill of what? 50,000, and he's registered under GST. Such type of bill, his GST we have to pay. So at that time, remember that entry you keep it separate and add it to B2B only. So click on this one, add, enter his GST number here. I'm just entering the same GST number here. Enter, or I'll copy the GST number any from here just to show you. I'll just copy this GST number. I'll paste it. Assume that this is a transport bill. Okay, because his GST we are paying. In this case, this option is called reversible charges, RCM, reversible charges mechanism. So click on this option and then you enter the same thing, invoice number, date of invoice, and his, say how much percentage it is. Transport mostly 5% is charged, and 50,000 you entered it here, and then click on save. Okay, so this is the only thing you remember, that reversible charge is very important. So B2B, only in this B2B, what you have to remember, you just go on entering all the B2B transaction. Only transport bill you try to keep it separately, and then add record, and only this option you use, and attracts reversible charges, and enter the detail of that party. That's it. Okay, next one, I'll go back now. So this is about B2B. Next one, B2C large. Suppose I have one transaction here right now, no transaction is B2C large. Assume that one transaction, I'll just copy from here, but okay, B2C large. In the B2C large, sale to the consumer outside the state about 2,50,000. Assume that this is the invoice number and date of invoice 1st of April, value say 4 lakh. Okay, then what tax rate is what, say 12% or say 5%. So this is what, 20,000. Okay, taxable value 4,20,000, it will be 4,20,000 taxable value, and this is what, taxable value 4 lakh. Okay, so in this case what I'll do, I'll go to B2CL large, add record. Here state I'll select where the goods are sold. See, Goa will not accept because outside state. I sold the goods to Gujarat, I assume that, because that date, that state you have to take it from here only, state, supply, place of supply, Gujarat. Okay, so I'll select the place of supply, Gujarat there. Invoice number, date of invoice, you have to put it here. Then here, total how much, total taxable So total taxable value 4,20,000, 4,20,000, and then it's at 5%, 4 lakh is a taxable. Okay, and then say save it. Only this. That is very simple. It is no GST number, nothing, because it is sale to consumer outside the state about 2,50,000. Now let us see export invoice. Now click on export invoice. Here we have to enter and say add record. In case of export invoice, I'll go to export invoice here. I'll just put some data here. Right now there is an export type. Invoice number I'll put here, invoice date 1st of April, and then invoice value say 2 lakh, 2,10,000. I'll put port code Goa port code, then shipping bill number I'll put here, shipping date 1st of April, and then the rate is what, 5%, taxable value 2 lakh. So I'll just enter this just to show you, that's it. So I'll just go to the internet now. Here invoice number I'll put here, date of invoice I'll select from here, port code say Goa, I'll put Goa code here. Okay, then shipping bill number, actually there is a port code is there, you have to enter it properly, because I put Goa straight away here just to show you. Shipping bill number, I'll just put bill number, shipping bill number, then bill date, I'll just put same date, say this date is, invoice date is how much, 6th, I'll say 6th only, on 6th we have exported, then total invoice value is 2,10,000, and here I'll go to the 5% and say 10,000, sorry 2 lakh, 2,10,000, and then save this. This is very simple. Okay, this is export sales if the goods are sold outside the country. Then B2C, now if I go to the tally, I'll just show you. So GST report, GSTR1, B2C especially, I'll just go to the return view here. See in B2C here, enter, see how the data is arranged in the form of what, percentage wise. But if I go to 12%, it will show all the records of what, 12%. But whenever we are filing the return, this detail we are not entering, we are entering only what, your 12% how much sale is done, 18% how much sale is done, that's it. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll just go to that Excel. See in the Excel format also, B2C also the same format is there. I'll just enter the same format there. So I'll go to B2C small, here add records again, and here I'll say Goa, because here you can see in Excel point of sale is what, Goa, place of supply 5%, 1,36,000, sorry 1,03,686. so here what I'll do, 1,03,686. okay, 1,03,000. okay, so okay, then state here what, 5% sale. Okay, correct, now it's a 5% sale, that's it, and say save, that's it, only this much, nothing else than that. Then again go to what, add records, and here 18% Goa, 18% 75,820. so select Goa here, 75,820, and here it is 18%, and say save. Only this data you have to fill. So after feeding all this data, even credit note also, registered credit note, I'll just try to enter the credit note here, say add record. Okay, here credit note, I'll go to credit note here, one record is there, just copy the data from here, go here, paste it here. Okay, everything is done, invoice number, debit note number, date of so and so, select what, credit note here, total in note value, how much is the note value, note date type so and so, place of supply, note value is 1,41,600, 1,40,000. so everything you enter here, total note value, that is you entered that value here, you know that, so you go to the Excel. So 1,41,600, I'm not 1,41,600, then you go down and put the value, how much percent So total taxable value 4,20,000, 4,20,000, and then it's at 5%, 4 lakh is a taxable. Okay, and then say save it. Only this. That is very simple. It is no GST number, nothing, because it is sale to consumer outside the state about 2,50,000. Now let us see export invoice. Now click on export invoice. Here we have to enter and say add record. In case of export invoice, I'll go to export invoice here. I'll just put some data here. Right now there is an export type. Invoice number I'll put here, invoice date 1st of April, and then invoice value say 2 lakh, 2,10,000. I'll put port code Goa port code, then shipping bill number I'll put here, shipping date 1st of April, and then the rate is what, 5%, taxable value 2 lakh. So I'll just enter this just to show you, that's it. So I'll just go to the internet now. Here invoice number I'll put here, date of invoice I'll select from here, port code say Goa, I'll put Goa code here. Okay, then shipping bill number, actually there is a port code is there, huh? You have to enter it properly, because I put Goa straight away here just to show you. Shipping bill number, I'll just put bill number, shipping bill number, then bill date, I'll just put same date, say this date is, invoice date is how much, 6th, I'll say a 6th only. On 6th we have exported. Then total invoice value is 2,10,000, and here I'll go to the 5% and say 10,000, sorry 2 lakh, 2,10,000, and then save this. This is very simple. Okay, this is export sales if the goods are sold outside the country. Then B2C, now if I go to the tally, I'll just show you. So GST report, GSTR1, B2C especially, I'll just go to the return view here. See in B2C here, enter, see how the data is arranged in the form of what, percentage wise. But if I go to 12%, it will show all the records of what, 12%. But whenever we are filing the return, this detail we are not entering. We are entering only what, your 12% how much sale is done, 18% how much sale is done, that's it. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll just go to the Excel. See in the Excel format also, B2C also the same format is there. I'll just enter the same format there. So I'll go to B2C small, here add records again, and here I'll say Goa, because here you can see in Excel point of sale is what, Goa, place of supply 5%, 1,36,000, sorry 1,03,686. so here what I'll do, 1,03,686. okay, 1,03,000. okay, so okay, then state here what, 5% sale. Okay, correct, now it's a 5% sale. That's it, and say save. That's it, only this much, nothing else than that. Then again go to what, add records, and here 18% Goa, 18% 75,820. so select Goa here, 75,820, and here it is 18%, and say save. Only this data you have to fill. So after feeding all this data, even credit note also, registered credit note, I'll just try to enter the credit note here, say add record. Okay, here credit note, I'll go to credit note here. One record is there, just copy the data from here, go here, paste it here. Okay, everything is done. Invoice number, debit note number, date of so and so, select what, credit note here. Total note value, how much is the note value, note date type so and so, place of supply, note value is 1,41,600, 1,40,000. so everything you enter here, total note value, that is you enter that value here, you know that. So you go to the Excel, so 1,41,600, I'm not 1,41,600. then you go down and put the value, how much percent, Kindly subscribe and like this video so that we can have touch with you for latest update and everything. So this is the way we are filing out GSTR1 return. Okay. Kindly subscribe and like this video so that we can have touch with you for latest update and everything. So this is the way we are filing out GSTR1 return. Okay. Kindly subscribe and like this video so that we can have touch with you for latest update and everything. So this is the way we are filing out GSTR1 return. Okay. Kindly subscribe and like this video so that we can have touch with you for latest update and everything. So this is the way we are filing out GSTR1 return. Okay.